As recently as last week with the president of the ATA, of the Alberta Teachers Association, to look at how we can improve the communication to teachers and try and stem the misinformation that is happening out there. That being said, I cannot control every individual and what they post. We are certainly, as a department, putting truth and facts out there, so that and are willing to talk to every single teacher that wants to approach us. As I go across the province, as I said earlier, I've done about 90% of my tour across the province. Whenever I go into a new school division, new area, I really try and meet with some of the ATA locals that are there, talk to teachers, and really get into the schools and meet with them, just to have that relationship, so that they do understand what we're doing and why we're doing it. But again, there's a lot of misinformation. There's individuals and special interest groups that really want to perpetuate that misinformation. I think some of it has to do with what Mr. Taves had mentioned earlier, that we're going into a negotiating time period where with every public sector contract union in the province, and so that is perhaps fueling some of it. But again, the more information, the more truth that we can put out there, the more facts. That is the emphasis of my department, because I do believe that teachers as a whole are incredible people, dedicated to their profession. They really want to do a great job and serve our students, these children. We have 720,000 students in kindergarten to grade 12 education, and for the most part, the teachers are doing an absolute amazing job out there. And I really want to reinforce those that are doing what they're, fulfilling that task. But I need everyone here, including all the media, to help in dispelling those myths that are out there in this misinformation. But thank you for the question. We're trying our best.
Yes.
I have two questions. I'd like to please get Minister Taves' comment on Alberta road tests, because there is in the budget, there's filling gaps for labor market and one of them is training for class 1. I'm wondering if there's anything that's going to happen differently with road tests, because in the past year it's been lower with the availability of road tests. The second question is I'd like to get Minister LaGrange's comment on tuition increases, 11% projected for 2020, 250 jobs off from U of C last year, projected 230 positions off from SAIT this year.
I think that would be post-secondary. That
Yes.
would be Minister Nicolaides.
I'm happy to answer that.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah,
Go ahead. Thank you.
All right. Okay, good. Well, first, with respect to our piece in the fiscal plan around heavy transport jobs, we have a situation in this province where we have a shortage of class 1 drivers effectively right now, and we have a whole group of unemployed Albertans that need a job. And we have, due to increased training requirements for class 1 drivers and a bottleneck with our testing capacity, we've identified that is an area that we need to fix as a government. So I can't, stay tuned for future announcements. I believe the solution will be twofold. Firstly, I believe we need to ensure that unemployed Albertans have the ability to take the training, that there's enough training capacity out there, and that there are resources available for them so that they can in fact take the training to get their class 1 license. And secondly, we need to ensure that we have adequate testing capacity so that we can ensure that prospective class 1 drivers can book a test and pass the test and get into these trucks and pursue a career in the heavy truck transport industry. On the second question, and I offered to take it, and yet I'm not going to speak real specifically. Minister Nicolaides, of course, would be the one that can speak definitively on an institution-to-institution basis. But again, I'll just refer back to the McKinnon panel finding that we're spending well over $10,000 per year more per student in this province relative to the other 3 large provinces in Canada advanced education. And so we absolutely have to bring that cost curve down if we're going to continue to be able to provide students a world-class post-secondary education in this province in a sustainable manner. And so you will see in post-secondary institutions measures to reduce their costs. And as you're observing, in some cases that will result in a reduction of faculty as they reorganize the programs that they're offering, as they look to find efficiencies and remove redundancies. But ultimately, we need to ensure that we can ensure the sustainability of our world-class post-secondary colleges and universities that we have in this province today, so that not only today's students can receive great education, but the next generation can as well. Yes?
So right now, the government are focused on job creation, but unfortunately, on